My name is Mateusz. I will be hosting today's webinar, and I can give guys some heads up. You can use the Q&A section to ask questions during the webinar, and our experts will answer them just after the presentation. So don't hesitate to ask some questions. We have broad variety of experts, so they will answer the questions to your convenience. So the number of participants are still growing, but while we're waiting, I will welcome once again to our webinar, and maybe I will make a quick introduction of our guests. Today we are hosting the webinar with our experts from GlobalLogic as well as our partner InfoPulse. And we have 4 guests tonight. Victoria, our engineering manager, Ivan, Scrum Master, Arsen, Senior SD Consultant, and Alexei, SAP Architect from our partner InfoPulse. Let's give them a warm welcome, and I will pass my voice to Victoria. And Victoria, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mateusz. Hello, everyone. Happy to see many of you joining on time this evening. While we are waiting for the rest of the group to join, I would ask you to paste into the Q&A section here, maybe where are you from, yes, or where you're currently located and what is your position, so we can also get to know whom we are speaking to this evening. So please use the Q&A section and yes, please share where you're located, what is your position. If there is any expectations, you can also paste them into the chat. Okay, we have Andrei from Kyiv, project manager. Hello, welcome, Andrei. Krakow, business analyst, process engineer, also from Poland. Welcome, Kirill. Welcome, Cesar. Oscar, SAP consultant based in Krakow. Nice to meet you. Okay, also from Wrocław, anonymous attendee. Okay, nice to have you as well. Customer service administration specialist. Okay, good. I see we have quite diverse range of people, I would say, here tonight. That makes this webinar even more interesting. Okay, from Szczecin as well, project manager, right? Or product manager, PM. Wrocław, Krakow, Katowice. Okay, also Krakow. Thank you, guys. We have almost half of you answered this improvised poll. Okay, good. I guess we're good to go and good to start. So welcome again to our webinar today, and we will spend 1 hour with you, and tonight we will talk about the SAP opportunities in GlobalLogic, especially for the ABAP developers and SAP consultants. So we will describe you in details what are the opportunities within the GlobalLogic and all the details related to it. Of course, we have the agenda, yes, in front of us. So we will do a quick round of the introduction from our side. We are going to have 4 speakers today, and we will tell you a little bit about GlobalLogic as a company. Of course, we will give you a very nice overview of the product that we are working with. And we will share lots of details about open positions that we currently have and what are the job requirements to fulfill them. In the end, we will leave plenty of time for the Q&A session. In case you have any questions in the meantime, anyway, please feel free to submit them. We will get to them in the end of the webinar, but you can still submit in the middle of the webinar. And of course, we're having the bonus slide that will be presented in the end. So please stay tuned and wait for it. Then once again, to introduce ourselves, my name is Victoria. I'm an engineering manager in GlobalLogic. We have Ivana with us. She's Scrum Master in the project, not the only one, but today you can see her face to face. Alexei, our SAP architect, he's coordinated the work of ABAP developers and SAP consultant. And Arsen, he's our senior SD consultant. He will tell you a lot about what is the role of SD consultant in our project. We will start with the GlobalLogic introduction, and I will pass the floor now to Ivana.
Thank you, Victoria. Hello once again to everyone. My name is Ivana. I work as a Scrum Master for the project that we are currently hiring for. But before we actually go into details about the project, let me first tell you a little bit about our company, GlobalLogic. You might have already heard something about GlobalLogic or know someone who works with us, but in case you have no clue who we are, let me change it now. So GlobalLogic is a digital product engineering company. It was founded in 2000. For over 20 years now, GlobalLogic has partnered with businesses across every major industry to make amazing products and connect the dots between people, products, and opportunities. In 2021, GlobalLogic was acquired by Hitachi Group. Headquartered in Silicon Valley, GlobalLogic operates design studios and engineering centers across the world. Currently, we are a family of more than 25,000 people who are working in 18 countries. Poland is quite an important location with more than 2,000 people. We help our clients to build innovative products, platforms, and digital experiences in the modern world. And speaking of the clients, our customers have disrupted industries, opened new markets, and made countless lives better. We are privileged to work with hundreds of future-thinking businesses, including many of the world's top hardware, software, and consumer brands, such as Google, Volvo, Mercedes-Benz, Continental, Verizon, McDonald's, Costa Coffee, and many, many others. Fun fact, for example, when you want to eat in McDonald's, there is, when you come in, there is a self-order panel where you can actually place your order, pay, get a receipt. So software for that was designed by GlobalLogic. And GlobalLogic is here to help the brands imagine and build their next generation digital products and experiences. Now, one of the most interesting parts for you, I guess, what GlobalLogic can offer as an employer. Considering that we are currently expanding our project and looking for SAP specialists to join our team in Krakow, I will now focus on benefits applicable for Poland location. There are two types of contract under which you can work, a B2B, business to business, and employment contract. Under the employment contract, our company offers to its employees various benefits to help them feel protected and cared for. Among the benefits are private medical healthcare package, life insurance, various bonuses under My Benefit application, like discounts at restaurants, gift cards, vouchers to stores, theaters, etc. If you like sports, there are multi-sport cards, possibility to attend yoga classes, support bike initiatives. If you don't like sports, which is also possible, You can chill in comfortable relaxation zones in the office and play some video games, or maybe have a table tennis competition with your colleagues. It also helps to burn some calories. GlobalLogic has internal education programs, but also provides opportunities to take some external learning courses and obtain certifications. Another important factor is that if needed, potential foreign employees receive support during their relocation to Poland. We have a specially dedicated team in GlobalLogic, which can support you with for example, setting up an appointment, providing you with some documents that you would need for work permit, etc. So this is in short about GlobalLogic. And in case of any questions, please write them in the Q&A section, and we will all answer them towards the end of our webinar. Now, Vika, back to you.
Thank you, Ivana, for this great introduction. And apart from working in a great company, I personally believe that's only 50% of the success, right? And another 50% or even more is working with the right product, with the right client, with the right people. And now I'm going to tell you a little bit about our product, what it is, why we are developing it, and why we want to share this with you. So our product is called Tool Fleet Management. Our client is working in the construction domain, mainly with the construction companies. And you might wonder, what is exactly Tool Fleet Management platform in the construction domain? Sounds quite complicated, but actually it is not. And I'm going to guide you through the example with me together to explain you how exactly that platform works. So let's imagine that we are a construction company, right? And we are looking to buy 1,000 tools or hundreds of tools for our project. Of course, we can buy them online and have them delivered to us. We can go to the store and buy them as well. Those are two good options. And of course, for that, we would need to plan our budget appropriately, since all the tools can cost I would say, significant amount of money, right? And we need to be ready to spend them. What we are offering in our Tool Fleet Management platform is basically an all-inclusive subscription method or subscription model that allows clients not to buy the tools all of them at once, but rent them or lease them or fleet them on a monthly basis, paying just a small amount of fee, right? So you don't have to pay all the money upfront, but you basically pay them in installments, let's call it like this. Before having our clients sign up for the fleet management platform, we of course doing the pre-contract activities with them. So we are having the productivity consultation. We are asking them why they need the tools, how many tools they need, which period of tools they would need them for, right? And after those details are settled, we sign up the contract. We go through the onboarding phase. We have the tools delivered to them. We train the personnel how to use them, what are the safety measures they have to adhere to. And after that, we are entering into the contract phase, I would say. And during the contract phase, we do not forget about our clients. We are keeping in touch with them. So in case they have any issues, they have the issues with the tools that needs to be repaired, or if the tools are lost or broken or stolen, they also get the replacement for free, right? And in the end, once the contract comes to an end, they can either extend the contract and the cycle will repeat, or the contract will be terminated. So basically, you might wonder, all right, so instead of paying like all the significant money upfront, we are just advising them to go to the subscription model. Not exactly like this. So out of the benefits that we offer to our customers is that with the fleet platform, they can control their costs. So fleet greatly simplifies financial planning and administration. So as I mentioned, we charge a fixed monthly fee, which covers all the tools, and not the tools only, but including the reuse, service, and repair cost. The second point is that we want our clients to keep productivity and safety high, and all the tools in our fleet, we regularly replace them to the new generation. Even if they are working and they're in a good condition, still we care a great deal about that. And this helps to avoid costly downtimes and comply with the recent safety standards. And with all of this, we provide full transparency to our client on how many tools they have. We provide them the possibility to have the tool labeled with the tracking information, so they can allocate their tools directly to the staff, to the cost center, or to the project. So all of that comes with that subscription model, right? And everything is included into that monthly subscription fee. What you would also need to know, and what is important to share, is that we are currently working within 8 independent engineering teams. Those engineering teams are working on the new features, innovations, and of course we are supporting the features that we have just developed, right? Those 8 teams are included of 200 team members. They are involved in those 8 teams. We are following the agile software development, and all of those 200 team members are mostly located in our 4 primary locations. The first one is Switzerland. This is actually the headquarters of our client as well. Poland, especially in Krakow, Ukraine, and Malaysia. So those are the four locations where you can find our people in. You might also wonder, so 200 team members in 8 independent engineering teams, how it even possible, how it works. I might not show you all the team members and pictures tonight, but I'm just going to show you a picture that we have just took half a year ago. This is a picture from our last on-site visit in Switzerland on client premises, and you can see here, I didn't count, but it's around 100 or more than 100 people that were able to come during the same period of time, and we had nice workshops, collaboration, networking. So you might have a look and believe me that we are working with a lot of people on our project. And how we actually make it all organized, what is our team setup? It's actually the same. So all the 8 teams, they are working in the same or mostly the same setup. So we have the business owner, we have the IT product owner. Those people are usually one dedicated person per team, right? So that person is available ad hoc, on demand, every day once we need him or her. We are working with the team of developers, of course, ABAP developers. Since we are also working with the cloud services, we have the Java developers as well, functional consultants, proxy product owners who help the product owners, and Scrum Masters. The same setup, as I mentioned, it's mirrored to all the 8 engineering teams. And that's how we work. That proved to be quite successful in the past. We have been working within such setup for a couple of years now, right? And we believe that why we actually, sharing this information with you, we believe that it's a good opportunity for us to have you and for you to join us, since the product we are working with, we are not going blind. We have our product vision and strategy defined until 2030. So we know who are our clients, what they need. We also aware of the demanding market, and we are adjusting correspondingly to that. We also know our competitors, right? So we know where we want to go, and we have our strategy defined, I would say, quite upfront, right? Once it comes to the daily job, you will see that we will have clear set of requirements. And in case you're just joining the project, you will always have a true professional a teammate next to you who will be able to tell you about all the technical and not technical peculiarities of the job. We have 0 to none overtimes. We are working in the standard European time zones, and we really have a low employee turnover. Lots of people that are working with us, they are sticking with us. And we're also looking for the people who are willing to and who want actually to a project, yes, a company with the long-lasting project and job. We believe that we have attractive compensation package. With that, we offer hybrid working model. You can work from home. You can also meet your colleagues in the office. We also offer frequent business trips. One picture that I just shared with you, that one proof. And of course, there is some from time to time business trips within each engineering team. And we believe that since we are working in that agile environment, and it's not only about agile, it's about common sense. What is working today might not work tomorrow. So we are okay with adjusting our way of working, and we are using this, I would say, common sense driven approach. That's it from the product part of the introduction. So that was a kind of high level of what we're working with every day. And now I would like to pass the stage to Alexei to explain you about the product architecture. So that must be also very interesting overview. Over to you, Alexei.
Thank you, Victoria. I hope you will find it's really interesting, because I'm planning to share some technical, maybe for someone boring details, but let's try. First of all, welcome on our webinar. Thanks for joining. So from a technical point of view, we are using SAP S/4HANA solution, one of the latest SAP version. We have not a cloud, but enterprise installation. So we are using a lot of different technical stuff, such as BTP, PIPO, gateway or data V2 or V4 services, and a lot of other really interesting for developer things. From functional point of view, mostly our product or our solution is based on 3 pillars. This is one of the major one. It's module sales and distribution. So here we are using a quite big variety of standard SAP functionality, of course, with a lot of customer extensions, but it's still classical SD, starting from quotation processing, sales order, or sales document processing, and so on and so on. So this model is used to support, I would say, major sales process related to our fleet product. We're also using actively customer service model, or you could say it's part of a plant maintenance model with focus on tool park and repair processes. So with this functionality, we are actively using equipment masters, repair notifications, repair orders. So it's the functionality which is belongs to support processes in repair area. And we have also a module called Z Fleet Engine. So this is our own development. So this module was developed during last 20 years inside SAP, and this model is connected deeply SD, CS, and this Z functionality. For example, from this module, we could do fleet subcontract activation, and during this process will be created automatically in background billing plan in SD or sales order, depending on the process specific. If we thinking about whom we are mostly looking from functional point of view, it's mostly people who have experience in these two models. Or SD or CS or both of them. Of course, if you are more familiar with, I don't know, MM and you do have some limited SD experience, also you should think about joining our team, but our major focus in this model. Our functionality also deeply integrated with other systems. So we are not using only S/4HANA Business Suite, we're also using e-commerce solution based on SAP hybrid platform. We have a deep integration with the CRM system, with other systems, for example, for legal signing of contracts, for some other systems, for example, for active tool park management, and so on. So in general, that's it about our product architecture. If you are interested in details, please do not hesitate to contact us, and we could share some more details during future discussion. And right now, let's talk about more particular roles which we are looking for. The first role, it's about ABAP engineer role or ABAP developer role. Based on our experience, we are not looking for particular ABAP coder person. The first thing which we tried to reach during our product development with this customer, it was putting our solution and technical delivery on high quality and high level of maturity. And we reach this goal successfully. So I would say that we have a quite successful backlog and tracking log in technical excellence. But our team would like to bring the level of maturity on next level. So we would like to have the person, even with a ABAP engineer role, who is strong not only with technical skills, but also who has a good soft skills. So we do expecting that ABAP developers will be in touch not only with our SD consultants. We do expect that our ABAP developers also will contact directly business owners, process owners, and other business related people, because it's our, I would say, quite big difference comparing to many other SAP projects that I have seen a lot of cases when, for example, ABAP developer just have personal dedicated SAP consultant, and that's it. So the communication is managed only in this area. So we do expect that our developers will talk a little bit more comparing to a general experience. So we try to make our communications more efficient, try to avoid some redundant chains in communications. That's why we are really focused on it. Of course, the people who we are looking for should be experts in technical areas. But in case if you are a junior or a middle one, please also think about possibility to join our team, because from my perspective, it's much more harder to develop soft skills with a ABAP developer comparing try to improve some technical skills. So if you really have such good combination of technical skills and soft skills, you're the perfect candidate, I would assume, not only for our product, but for any market request. So it's, I would say, it's a general trend on the market that even developer role should also put more attention on soft skills. And let me quickly describe how, in general case, we are working. So we are using, as Victoria mentioned, Scrum Agile approach. So we are involving ABAP engineers into future product features discussion in the beginning of this journey. So our ABAP developers, together with SD consultants, take active participation in a grooming session where we discuss user stories on feature or more detailed level. And we expect that even during this preliminary discussion, our ABAP developers will start to thinking about technical design, bring and share their technical experience, think about potential technical constraints, and so on. We have, I would say, quite a good quality gate system built in our process. So we are doing code reviews of each development. So this brings up the chance to share the experience with other developers, and also other developers could share some knowledge or could provide you some hints how you should, during your development of code, be aligned with our standards. Also, we put a lot of attention to bringing technical documentation on high quality level. So in general case, we are trying to prepare a technical specification before we touch in the code. The expected level of details should be enough to show the way of your thinking to other developer. And other developer during the review of this specification could also share some thoughts or proof that you are thinking in a proper way. So, and you are okay to move forward. If you're talking about splitting of future activities, so mostly we are concentrating on new developments. So it's new developments of, I don't know, OData v4 or OData v2 services. It's new developments of classical S4HANA stuff. Potentially, we are talking about new developments in Fiori area. It's still not in our plate, but we have some midterm plans also to put our focus and attention here. And 25% support activities, it's about bug or issue analysis, debugging, and so on. So I would assume that you will find quite interesting our combination of, from functional point of view and from technical point of view, combination what we are doing. So you should find it's quite interesting from developer point of view. Thank you very much for your attention, and let's move to SD consultant role. Thank you.
Thank you, Alexei. Arsan, over
to you.
Thank you,
Alexei. Good evening, everyone. Alexei is my team lead on the project, so I'm gonna have a good speech now. So I'm Arsen. I will talk a bit about SAP SD consultant role. And the biggest area of responsibility is product innovation and improvement, but there is also some support activities that I'm gonna share just a little bit later. On the slide, you can find some shortcuts with the most important elements, but I will tell you a bit more. SAP consultant is a key person on the grooming session when we are discussing some new features, improvements for existing solutions, or sometimes bug fixes. It is also possible. And that is because the SAP consultant has a knowledge of the process, what can work out and what can. And this is what officially called transfer business requirements to the working solution. I would like to say that this is my favorite part of the job, because on the grooming sessions, I can directly influence on the final solution. SAP consultant is a part of development team. So along with the developers, we are actively contribute to the grooming sessions and also user story estimation. Also, we are contributing to the sprint planning, because the development team need to decide whether we can take the particular user story to the development, or we are not confident about that. And consultant is also supporting ABAP developer with the technical specification, and after actual development, we are responsible for testing of the new solution. Also, besides the actual test, we are responsible for the test planning and creation of test metrics. And our created test metrics is a kind of mark of the quality of the new development. Sometimes we have spikes. These are an outcome from the grooming sessions, and the SAP consultant is making an investigation in the system to get more technical details of some particular process. And also, similar to spikes, some investigation may be required if we have bugs in the system. In this case, the consultant, by his or her own or along with developer, make this investigation to bring the fix. Fixing bugs is my less favorite part of the job. That's why I'm trying my best to not receive back any bugs. If there are some standard SAP components or configuration is enough for the particular user story, we usually don't involve developer, because we can do it by ourselves. And a good example for that can be a translation is in SAP. So for example, we have a new message, so no code changes required in this case, and the SAP consultant can add this translation by his or her own. And okay, now support. This is kind of smaller area of responsibility compared to the previous one, but nevertheless, it is very important. The support tickets that can be assigned to the SAP consultant require a real deep knowledge of the process. So for example, some documents that meant to be created automatically, they were not created, and we need to identify the root cause and why this happened. Also, I'd like to mention that tickets like create the new material, change payment terms for the customer, or change payment method to the vendor don't come to us at all, so we don't have a deal with such requests. Also, the important part of the support activities is an intensive care after each SAP release. In that period of time, we are actively monitoring the tickets that are related to release and that require a quick response or investigation. Also, I'd like to mention regarding the last bullet point here, we have a regular SAP consultants team meetings where we are sharing the best working practices and support each other with some open questions. So how to get a job? You need to know English, because communication is a key, especially for SAP consultant. Also, it's wonderful if you can learn fast, because we have many custom SAP transactions and many custom business processes. And if you are not a fast learner, don't tell this on the interview. As Alexei mentioned, the main module we are using is SD, obviously. So this work background is also kind of a key for us. That's the general information from my side. Thanks for your attention.
Thank you, Arsen, and thank you also, Alexei, for the very, very nice description of the roles. I hope that for the participants that was also clear, but if not, I'm just reminding to use the Q&A section in Zoom in case you have any questions. And I believe now I will actually tell you how you can, if you are interested, right, or in case you know someone who couldn't join but would be interested in trying themselves to apply for our open positions, this is actually the flow, right, that you would need to go through. So you would need to have the CV in English. You would need to send us your CV. Then you will have a technical interview that applies for both ABAP position and for the SD consultant position. And after that, we have the customer interview. Interview is focused more not on the technical part, but that would be as well, but mostly on your soft skills, on feeling you as a person. And after that, you are getting the job offer. Also, for everyone who is joining us today, and for those who will listen this webinar in recording, we are offering the sign-in bonus in case you receive the job offer in the amount of $3,000 that will be paid to you in a local currency. So that's basically a very easy process. You have 2 interviews and that's it. On the next slide, I want to share with you, in case you are interested, the contact details of our recruiting team lead, Anna, and also the link profile to her LinkedIn. You can scan the QR code and you will land on our landing page about our project, and also open vacancies will be there. So please take a screenshot or somehow note this information for you. And I believe now we can, in case we have any questions in the chat, we can go through them. Yes, that's it. But I'm going to stay on this slide just for everyone to capture this information. And I'm going to open the Q&A section to see if there is any questions. For now, I do not see any questions as of now. But in case you have some questions, please type them. We will give maybe 1-2 minutes so we can answer them. Anything that can be related to the GlobalLogic, to the project, to the benefits, to the relocation in case you are in another location than Poland, right? Anything that you might be interested in. I guess we are not having any questions coming in. I'm just going, maybe you are typing, so maybe 10 more seconds we can wait. In case you have anything left open after this webinar, please send your questions to Anna, to our recruiting team lead. She will answer everything. She knows everything about the company, about the project. Okay, Oscar, thank you very much for the question. Okay, and the questions are coming. Good. So we are not saying goodbye. So the first question is, how big is the team of consultants? Alexei, maybe you can answer this question since you know every consultant in our team. How big is the team of consultants?
I would say it's more than 15.
15 and more, and we are still looking. So you will be the
yes. So, and just to remind you that Victoria shared that we have in our team structure 8 separate team setup. It really means that we have in each separate functional train or functional wagon dedicated SAP SD, SAP consultant, SAP developer, one or more, I also mean one or more consultant. We have a dedicated business owner, product owner, scrum master, and so on. That's why we really have a quite big team, and we are still continuing looking for new persons.
Thank you. Good. Then Shinta, if I'm pronouncing the name correctly, is there any junior vacancy in SAP? I can take this. So basically, we are looking for the experienced candidates. But we also want, even if you are junior or if you are working with the SAP for 1-2 years, to still apply and talk to us, right? And yes, applying costs anything, right? So we would like you to see you on the interview and talk to you. So I would say that yes, we would like you to have some experience to be able to contribute to the team, but we will also considering candidates with more junior experience, I would say. Good. I hope I answered. If no, please submit another question. Then Alicia asked how looks the daily life in each role, how much the client contact is involved in each role. Arsen, can you cover the SD part?
Oh, yes. So like on daily basis, we have some user stories that are assigned basically to the SAP consultant, and depends on the user story stage, we may have different actions required. So if it's only starts of developing, then SAP consultant is working with developer on the technical documentation. If development is done, then we are working on testing in development system, and then on testing system environment as well. Regarding the client contact, we on daily basis have meetings, which are basically this another Scrum ceremony, daily stand-up meetings. And also some part of the SAP consultancy role, as I mentioned, is the supporting of ServiceNow tickets, support requests. So in case that SAP consultant is not heavily involved in the user story, he or she has a deal with these ServiceNow tickets.
Thank you, Arsen. And I want to add here that how much the client contact is involved. So definitely you will not be working separately or in isolation or only with the SD consultant next to you. So the client interaction is on a daily basis. Yes, so we have the meetings. After the daily meetings, we might have some clarifications, or you want to, if you're developing something in the system, you might want to ask your colleague for the advice, and the colleagues are also from the client side, right? So the interaction is quite often, like everyday interaction.
Yes, and Vika, just to add from my side, if you are thinking about try to I would say combine several projects and also this activity in parallel, unfortunately it will not work due to the fact that we have a lot of interaction video, meetings with video and so on. So we are expecting that the persons who will join us will do it on fully dedicated full basis.
Yes. And also, Alex, thank you for answering the questions. I see that we had 2 questions from Shinta and Anton. If there's any junior vacancies or trainee opportunities, right? So please send us your CV, right? And we will talk to you, right? So yes, and some other questions. Also from Alicia, what are the career development possibilities inside of this project? Maybe this question, Alexei, if you can take it from.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, the sky has no limits. My answer. So first of all, okay, it was a joke. The sky is the limit, to be precise. If you're talking about development possibilities, we invest a lot into people development. So we invest a lot of time and effort into professional onboarding for each role, for both of them, for SD consultant or for ABAP engineer role. It doesn't mean that it's onboarding for junior positions. It's onboarding related to product specific and customer specific processes. because each company has its unique processes, and that's why to be effective and efficient in the future, you should know the solution, know the product, know the processes. But afterwards, you could not learn everything in, I don't know, in 1 week, in 1 day. So we have a quite big onboarding plan, and it really depends on which functional area you will be specialized. After you join our team, for example, in development team, we have three different levels. It's developer, so we do not distinguish between junior or middle one. So we have a developer, we have a lead developer who has some additional administration functions, and we have architect. So if you will be much more efficient comparing to me, so I will provide to you possibility to gain my position and return back to development stuff. The same for also for consultants. So what I really promise to you, you will not be definitely bored during our project. So quite a lot of different things, stuff, fun, but also, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And maybe you can also, Oscar is asking the question that he was working a couple of years as material master consultant and currently involved in master data governance. Is there any open positions in this area, or we are more focused on the SD currently? Would you think that this experience, we can also consider the candidates?
Okay, as I mentioned, we are mostly focusing on SD or CS, customer service model. But I am not aware what kind of experience you do have. Maybe in master data governance, you become a professional with equipment master, with bill of materials, with, I don't know, serial number 3 hierarchies and some other stuff. So if yes, you're welcome on.
I would suggest Oscar to send CV, because I also have this experience in the past, and with this experience basically this was a key in my profile, I would say, and SD is the second module for me. And with this experience, I joined the project. So please send CV, and then we can have the interview with this.
Yes, thank you. And Shinta is asking, will this with this positions required us to work on site in Krakow, or can be in Wrocław? So the physical office, like we do have the office in Wrocław as well, GlobalLogic. For this project, we are hiring in Krakow, and we are offering hybrid working model. So you work from home, and you can also come to dedicated, like you agree with your colleagues when you want to come to work, like Monday or Friday or Thursday, just to work together from office, and the rest of the time you can work from home. So currently we would like the candidates to be in Krakow. We help with the relocation, but I would say, there can be some changes possibly in the future, right? So we can consider other Polish locations. So please do also send your CV in case you're in Wrocław and not planning to move to Krakow. I would still, would love to talk to you on the interview and discuss these details. Good. So, and one more from Oscar. Oscar, I'm already feeling that we will meet you, in some time on another meeting. Having a few years of experience in R3, how difficult it is to move to S4? Do you recommend some SAP certificates to start with? Maybe Arsan or Oleksiy, what would you advise Oscar?
Let me step in. So, Oscar, we are talking about master data governance stuff. I'm not aware about, so if you were working in particular MDG product, or it was some mix of, I would say, some classical business suite master data with some processes on it. So it's really needed to go into details. But my standard recommendation, if you have an access to SAP support portal, right now it's called SAP Me, you could go through simplification list where you could find some differences and changes or SAP help. But of course, if you have the possibility to get an official certification, it's also nice to have. Frankly speaking, during our review of CVs, we are not really focusing on that potential candidate should have some kind of certificate. It's really nice to have, but it's not, from my point of view, crucial. The more crucial your technical skills and your soft skills. I hope I have answered your question.
Yes, we hope so. But in case, Oscar, you would want some technical consultation, please also drop us a message. We can, discuss additionally. All right, that was the last question from the round. Let's maybe wait 10 more seconds. We still have 3 minutes until we close. In case any other last-minute questions.
Can I leave a job and then join back with sign-in bonus?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, good. I guess we can close for today. Thank you very much for joining us this evening from so many locations. We were happy to have you listening to us. Hope you enjoyed as well. This 1 hour in the evening is very precious that you could spare it after your working day. Wishing you a very nice evening ahead, a very nice rest of the week. Hope to talk to you on some interviews very soon. Please contact us any time if you have any questions. Hopefully you got all the details to get in touch with us. Thanks a lot and wishing you a good evening. Bye.